How do realtors get business? Well, first I'd like to start off with the National Association of Realtor statistics show that 70 to 80% of newly licensed realtors will no longer be in the industry in 2 or 3 years. 70 to 80%. It's because they don't have enough business. They're not making money. Let's talk about all the ways to get business. Farming, that's a really big one. That's been around all 26 years. Now, farming is not a great way to get business, and let me tell you why. Farming is where you mail and call and visit 300 to 700 homes in an area you choose, and you become the expert in that area. Well, less than 10% of those homeowners are going to be selling in the next year or two. Less than 10%. It's not a good way to get business, let's face it. Sphere of influence. Now, there is a great way to get business. We should all be working our sphere. But there again, you're not going to make a living on your sphere alone. You're just not. And what they'll tell you to do is mail to them 3 or 4 times a year and call everybody you know 3 or 4 times a year and ask for referrals. No, that's not how you work your sphere, and that's not going to keep you in business. Cold phone calls. Do any of you guys like getting cold phone calls? No, nobody does. Cold door knocking. Do any of you guys like strangers knocking at your door? No, none of us do, especially in today's world. Cold door knocking should be gone, should be outlawed. Referrals. Well, referrals are great, but that comes along years into the business. Calling sellers of for sale by owners with potential buyers. That's kind of like one of the oldest gimmicks in the business. I think it's a horrible thing to do. Now, if you have a legitimate buyer for a for sale by owner, absolutely call them, but don't use it as a tactic. Here's a big one in the last 5, 6, maybe 10 years. Paying Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, or some of your brokers even charge you for leads. Don't pay for leads. Now, there's exceptions to that. If you're on a big team where there's a lot of members on your team, a lot of realtors, and you can follow up with every phone call and somebody can always work every buyer, that works for them if they can afford to pay a lot. But for the new realtor, or you're on your own, you don't want to be buying Zillow and Realtor.com. You don't want to be paying for those leads, trust me. Billboards, buses, bus ads, radio and TV. No, that's ridiculous. Again, less than 10% of the total people are moving. Don't be hitting the masses like that. It's insane. Facebook. Now, Facebook works to pick up buyers if you're really good at Facebook ads or if you hire somebody. That's the exception, not the rule. Most agents, like 90+%, don't have success with Facebook ads. It's a good place to get buyers, but you better be working with somebody who knows what they're doing. Don't try it on your own. And then how about this? Open house setting. You're going to have, if you're a newer realtor, you're going to get a whole bunch of realtors trying to get you to work their open houses. No, don't work another realtor's open houses. Go out and prospect and get your own business. And when you get listings, you can hold houses open. My name's Jim McCord. I've been a fully licensed realtor working full time for 26 years in Ohio and Kentucky. About 2 years ago, I stopped selling and I now coach realtors. But what I've done, I started my business 26 years ago doing all those things that we talked about. The farming, the sphere of influence, the cold phone calls, the door knocks. I paid the top coaching organization at that time, and that's what they taught me, and I did it, and it works. But you got to do a ton of it, and it irritates people. So that no longer works for me. I found a much better way. 10 years ago, I started using a system to go after for sale by owners and expireds, and it's phenomenal. I won't go into detail now other than to say basically what I do is like a home that's for sale by owner or expired, I'll drive by and I'll take a picture. And I use this company, the company's called Banner Season. I put the photo of that house on the front of the card. I put my message on the inside of the card. And on the back of the card, again, is a photo of their house. I send that, or have the company send it with a mug like this with a photo of their house on it. It's phenomenal. They're getting all these, this for sale by owners, getting all these phone calls from all these other realtors. That's all they're getting, phone call, maybe an occasional door knock. And then they get a box in the mail from me or my clients, the realtors I coach, with this in there. Really sets you apart. It really works. They're impressed. So anyway, I've been using that system for about 10 years. It's phenomenal. about 3.5 years ago, I decided to put it down in the book. I put it in a book called Revolution in Real Estate Sales. You can get that on Amazon. It's $9.95. It very quickly became a #1 bestseller. And because of that, I started getting calls every day from realtors around the country, and I now coach realtors. Anyway, Jim McCord, I coach realtors. If you're looking to hire a coach, please contact me. And I'm going to tell you the other thing about coaching. Don't hire a coach that's going to tell you to make 50 phone calls a day and 25 door knocks a week if you're not going to do that. I don't tell you to do that, but most coaches do. I would love to talk to you about coaching. If you're not interested in coaching, but you want to talk about a unique way to list homes, check my book out. It's on Amazon, A Revolution in Real Estate. A Revolution in Real Estate Sales. You can get it on Amazon.com. And be careful how you spend your money. There are thousands of scammers out there trying to get our money. Thousands, tens of thousands. Billions of dollars are wasted every year by realtors as a group. Billions. It's ridiculous. Spend your money where it works. You guys have a great day.